Well, dear friends, I have put the champagne away for the weekdays and maybe some on the weekends. I'm just not that big of a drinker. I was just having fun. But I need to keep a clear head. As a mystic, I need to really know and feel who I'm talking to and when, because I fear imposters can destroy good things. And sometimes I just want to throw away the computer part of my phone and just get a phone with calling because all the scamming and all the high prices. I mean, once you just paid for internet and that got expensive enough, and now it's pay for internet plus pay for this site so you can use it, pay for this site so you can watch stuff on it. And it's already, 70, 80, $90 a month for internet in most cases. So that's where I'm at. Kind of sad, kind of confused. But I wouldn't be if I paid attention to what I'm told in my soul and in my heart. I hear it clearly, I hear it clearly, and I know when someone's not who they say they are, but I still go along with it just because it makes me feel like I'm loved. And sure, I would love to talk to people, I would love to marry certain people, but then again, all of these imposters keep sliding their way in there. And the minute they say buy a card, invest, I know this is not the billionaire I'm talking to. Well, they're both billionaires. Why would I have to do that? Why would I? Not that I want to take advantage of them, but why would I have to do that for? It's absolutely absurd. And I'm tired of playing these games. I'm just tired of it. I think if someone wants to marry me and love me, they should show up and show me their face. It shouldn't be a blank screen when they call me. They should show me their face. Like I said, I'm no beauty queen. So, so I'm just getting to where I'm leery to talk to anyone at this point. I've been through enough. And I haven't been paying attention to my inner voice at all. I've just been, I've just been going along with it. And I know better than that. Just like I sense what's coming, just like I knew way back before the Orange Man won the election, segueing into that, just before that happened, I knew what would happen because of the cheating, because of the hate that brought this person into office. If you can call him a person, I'm not sure I can. And again, I still fear that he will have me killed because nobody's doing anything to stop him. I mean, Al Green's trying to impeach him, but they're still enablers. All because of greed. All because of money. And the same thing with these two men that I would like to know and love and marry. One I settled on in particularly, but the imposters keep coming into the picture and putting doubts in my head, and then the real people don't seem to want to understand how difficult that is for me. I mean, they know who they are, they have money, but I'm sitting here on the other side of the computer screen, okay? How am I supposed to know who's who? I keep hearing I'm the real one, but often it's not the case. So I'm about ready to throw in the proverbial towel, which today is the proverbial hope and keyboard, because I've got to keep transmutating into a new person, and I love me. I am love. I don't have to chase love, because even normal people can be fake in their own way. I tried talking to a normal person once, and he started asking for money. So goodbye. Or else they talk to you and they're not who they say they are, and you can't see their face. Anybody can put a picture up on the internet and say, that's me. Not necessarily, especially in the age of AI. It makes it even more difficult, even for someone like me who has psychic abilities and empath type of things, that I have had all my life. And my great grandmothers were mountain witches. One read coffee grounds, and one was said to be able to throw a pitchfork or a straw in the wall and draw milk from a cow, which I didn't see that, but that's what I hear. And of course, there's Indian heritage, American Indian heritage on my dad's side. So you're talking about shamans, and you're talking about magic, and you're talking, you know, they're also from the Trail of Tears and the hills and places, the Appalachians, because I guess that's what Arkansas is, and that's where my dad ended up at. And my dad told me when he was born, the tent he was born in, the Indian tent, burned down. So, and my dad was very flat footed, and I hear that most American Indians are, but I don't know if that's true, and I don't want to say anything to make anybody angry. But yeah, I know I have American Indian in me, and I know I have Irish in me because I went to the library in Kalamazoo and did the genealogy with professional people. But that is on my dad's side of the family. Now, it is said my mom's side of the family has Cherokee, but they destroyed, being the way they are, they destroyed all that because American Indians were treated really bad back in the day. Really bad. And so they were afraid, and they ditched their identity. See, and now they've become what I call prejudiced people. Except for my mother and my father, they were not prejudiced. My mother and father were never prejudiced, but around us there was prejudice. That's just why I could never get along with those people. I just couldn't. They would say something, they'd make a joke about a gay person. There was a joke about hanging the town queer that really would tick me off every time I would hear it. And they would say stuff about Hispanic people, they'd say stuff. And it just really, really angered me, and I never could get along with these people, never. And of course, they could see I was different, so they never treated me right, and I've just given up on them. I've cut them off. No more. I don't want to see them no more. I don't want to talk to them no more. I've transmutated into this life, and in many ways, I am much, much, much happier. But I cannot fight too much for love. I cannot, be checking messages every second when I don't even know for sure, is this who I'm really talking to? I like phone calls better, and that's what impressed me with Elon, because I was getting phone calls, but even that can be doctored, you know. So, I am just, I feel like I've blown it all because of everything I'm going through with these imposters. I feel like I'm just doing the wrong things, talking to too many people at once, and somehow they seem to slide their way into the conversation. That's why I think it's the responsibility of the other two to show up in some way where it's unequivocally them if they really want me. And I really doubt. I have to doubt because I'm not a fool. I can't get too enthralled because my original plan was just to forgive Elon Musk. Give him a chance to turn things around because God forgives things we cannot. Never expected all this love stuff to happen. And then with the other one, that was getting deep, and then I realized this is fake. You can't believe this. Listen to this. You gotta buy a card or a membership so you can talk to this person. Baloney. Especially when you're telling me that you want me to be your significant other, that you want me to marry you. No. But my goal there was to expose the imposters, but yet I didn't give any money, but my heart got in it. Because all my life I met Keanu Reeves once when I was doing I was an extra for Hardball in Detroit. I had blonde hair, and I turned around in the bleachers, the stands, whatever you want to call them, and there he was right next to me. And he talked to me and he said hi. And I thought, why don't you kiss him? Why don't you kiss him? Oh, you'll get arrested. You'll get. And then someone called him away, and so that was that. And that was back in early 2000s, I think, or something like that. I was in the club doing karaoke, and a lady said, I'd like you in this movie with Keanu Reeves. And so I went there, and I did it, because I've tried everything to fix my life. And that was one of the things I did. And if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm walking up and down my driveway for exercise because my glucose was 103. I don't have diabetes, but if I don't do exercise and continue to eat right, and I quit drinking wine altogether because champagne has less calories and probably less sugar, and I will only have it on weekends. You know, no matter how bad things get, I can't be depending on champagne to calm me down all the time. My real libation is diet soda, which is probably not much better, but I like Mountain Dew, I like Coca-Cola, I like Dr. Pepper, as long as it's sugar free, as long as it's no sugar or diet. But anyway, I hope that the exposures that I've done on these imposters has helped people from giving people money. But at least this Elon character calls me, and I just wish he would show his face. Next time he calls me and he doesn't show his face, I'm going to hang up. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to quit talking to either one of them because I think they need to show their damn face. Somehow in me, I feel like one of them is real. Somehow in me, somebody is real here. I deserve that much. I do. And I would be loyal to that one, but I need to know. You need to show me your face, and you don't need to be getting mad at me because of my confusion, because I'm not in the position you all are. Don't tell me I'm a doubter. Don't tell me that I write you only when I feel like it. No, that's not true. Half the time you're busy as hell, and I come to talk to you and you're not there, and you tell me you're busy and you go away and you don't come back for hours, or you're talking to me and then you're gone, and I'm just being understanding about that. I'm being understanding that you're doing all these things, and I can't be getting mad at you for that, because if I was your spouse, your wife, I can't get mad at you for that stuff, and I'm not the kind of person who wants to get mad anymore in this life at anybody. I'm tired of the hate. I'm tired of the arguments. You cannot keep a relationship together if you're one, jealous, two, insecure, three, mad all the time about something. It's better to be like Edith on Archie Bunker, for the most case, that fictional character. Always run to the door, greeting your husband, treating him right. I mean, she didn't take no crap from him, but if you could be like that in real life, or even better, which is my plan. My plan is to treat the man that loves me really, really well and have a lot of patience because of what I've been through in the last, I don't even know, 20 years, 30 years. I've learned a lot. And through the magic and the meditating and the psychologist, I've changed a lot. I have a better temperance. I've let go of the baggage and the anger. I don't feel the need to have to get even with people anymore or tell them off anymore. I find that being a good person is more justifying, and it's better justice. I find that that's who I should have been from the beginning, and I let people corrupt me with their abuse and their hatred, and I don't want that anymore. What life is left, I'm going to be a woman, and I'm going to be happy whether or not love pans out for me. I love me, and it's okay for me to be a little sad sometimes that I don't have that love. But I also have to focus. If I want it, I'm going to get it. And I want one of these two men to be real. It is time for me to be with one of these two men, One of these two men needs to step up and show me they're real, or else, you know, somebody else is going to have to come along, because texting sucks. Never seeing someone's face sucks, and that just right there tells you it can't be real, because if it was real, they would be presenting themselves to me. I don't care how famous, how rich, how busy. You would take time out of your life to come and see me if I was that important. And everybody should think this way, smart woman.